In the Central Pacific Ocean lies the northernmost archipelago of Polynesia. It is a paradise on Earth known as the Hawaiian Islands. And in August of 2011, Disney brought their unique magical touch to this Polynesian wonderland in the form of Aulani, the place that speaks for the great ones. This beachside resort not only brings a timeless sense of Disney enchantment to the Central Pacific, but also respects and celebrates the culture and traditions of the Hawaiian people. My name is John T. Ray, and this is Expedition Disney. It's spring of 2014, and my mother-in-law wants to celebrate her upcoming birthday in a big way this year. My wife and I had left our fairy tale life as Walt Disney World cast members only a year prior, and, as we were still trying to find our footing in the real world, a tropical vacation seemed to be just the ticket. Today is April the 14th, 2014. Got the fireplace going because, yeah, it snowed yesterday, and but enough about the snow, because we are about to head off, myself, Katie, Rick, and Cece, to a very tropical climate as our vacation starts tomorrow. We're going to California first to see Cars Land, and of course all the other Disneyland stuff. I've only ever been to Disneyland once, which is when Katie and I went for our honeymoon. But the big exciting thing is after the honeymoon, or excuse me, not honeymoon was in 2011. After we go to California, we are flying out to the Disney Resort Aulani in Hawaii. So we're going to trade in this snow for a little more tropical setting. As previously stated, our plan is to fly out to California for a few days before continuing on to Hawaii. With our bags packed, we head out to Denver International Airport, and the 2-hour journey begins to John Wayne Airport in Orange County, California.
Well, we made it to California, Orange County. Flew into John Wayne Airport just like Katie and I did for our honeymoon, and apparently these three have done millions of times before because nobody wanted to go see the John Wayne statue.
Mom has not gotten the full essence of vacationing with John because they always use vacation with us in Florida.
That's true. That's true.
For this portion of the trip, Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel will be our home away from home.
Checking in now at the Paradise Pier, where Katie and I stayed for our honeymoon, actually. That was almost 3 years ago.
While we wait for our room to be ready, we head out to explore the Disneyland Hotel and downtown Disney.
Oh yeah, ooh, that's how these things always start. And later there's running and screaming. Came by to check out the Disneyland Resort here, and Cece's found her some teacup chairs right here in the lobby. It's awesome because the Ride Makers here is still a ginormous store. Like the one in Florida just became like a tiny piece of a different store. But here it's still a big store all its own, which is really cool. So here's the question I have about the four-dimensional puzzle. The fourth dimension is time, right? So they're saying that this puzzle goes side to side, up and down, back and forth, and it goes through time. So the question I have is, are these other puzzles three-dimensional because they go side to side, up and down, and through time, but not forward and back?
Philosophical musings behind us, our travel-weary feet carry us back to our room, where fatigue begins to overcome our excitement. Well, we've got here to California, Orange County. We're out to downtown Disney today. We're here at the Paradise Pier, which is where Katie and I stayed a couple of the nights for our honeymoon, which was a lot of fun. It's been a big day of travel, so we sneak a peek at the fireworks and head to bed. The next morning, our California adventure begins early with fast passes and Starbucks.
We found the Starbucks location, and the girls are just a little bit behind us, but check out this cinnamon roll that Rick got. You gonna be able to eat all that, Rick?
Sooner or later.
Sooner or later. This is the, well, I forget what the name of it. This is like a little bakery here on Sunset Boulevard, or whatever the name of the entrance street is here in California. Rick's gonna look it up, but they've got their Starbucks food over here. It's not, they didn't convert it like into a full Starbucks, kind of like the bakery did on Main Street in Florida. But what's it called?
Well, I'm not going to tell you because I know when everybody else will find it, they'll be out of cinnamon rolls.
Barely had time to finish breakfast before Katie and I decided to jump up and run and come get fast passes for Radiator Springs Racers. Cars Land, that's the first place we're going, I'm pretty sure. This line of people back up here is the ones waiting because we're at the resort. We're getting to do the extra magic hours, come in early. This line of people back here is waiting to get into the rest of the park.
At the time, Cars Land was just shy of 3 years old, but for us, it may as well have been opening day. Right before our eyes, Radiator Springs comes to life, but the crown jewel of Cars Land, Radiator Springs Racers, is the attraction we are most excited about.
Cars Land, man. This is awesome. We're about to go get on the Radiator Springs Racers here in a little bit. Right? It's a little bright now that the sun's coming out.
I've got to say, Radiator Springs Racers became one of my top 5 favorite Disney rides that day, and it is still one of my favorites to this day. Anyway, the rest of the day is spent hunting Easter eggs, meeting characters, riding rides, and generally enjoying the park. We even take another stroll down memory lane with the lighting of Cars Land before we take in the magic of World of Color and call it a night. The next day begins with breakfast at Plaza Inn, followed by more rides, characters, shows, and all the Disneyland magic one might expect. But as amazing as Disneyland is, it's the next destination that we're all the most excited about.
So we're out of the room now and getting ready to head towards Hawaii. There's Katie, she's excited. There's Rick, he's indifferent. There's where's Cece? We don't know, she went to do something. Check on a car. But what did she do? Anyway, we're heading to LAX.
She's hijacking a van.
She's hijacking a van, and we're heading to LAX in just a little while and heading off to Aulani.
Once we've gotten ourselves together and wrangled some transportation, it's off to LAX. 6 hours later, we find ourselves heading down the road bathed in a sunset glow. We are so close to Aulani, we can practically taste it.
Hi there, Aulani. Thank you.
You see it already? Cece sees it already. She sees things that cannot be seen.
Aulani celebrates the history and culture of Hawaii by merging the traditional with the contemporary in its architectural design. Current interpretations of culture, art, and legend come together in the two massive towers to tell the story of Hawaii from the mountaintops to the ocean floors.
Yes.
Eyes wide open to the vigilant. And the reason why we named it that is Disney has a lot of opportunities for you to be able to discover the culture and a little bit of history on the property. And so for that reason, appropriately, eyes wide open.
The lobby mural by Martin Charlotte is divided into masculine and feminine sections, outlining the works of men and women in traditional Hawaiian life. The painting hangs beneath kappa-style bands that run along the walls of the lobby, each representative of the sea, land, and sky, further divided into masculine and feminine sides.
Each flower represents a moment in time and memories and all of that. And so he was able to create a historical lake within this makaala. So in the same way, we hope for you to be able to create your own lake while you're here with us. Okay, so
It's too cool, so. Right?
We're only in the lobby.
Look, we've already been late. I got my kukui nut late, and Katie got her. What is
It
it?
smells so good.
Is it real?
It's orchids.
It's real orchids. Oh my gosh. It's too awesome. Too awesome.
We're currently on hold because the wind has blown away half of the paperwork. And we're going.
The cast members that checked us in spoke neither Hawaiian or any other Polynesian language to us, but rather plain and clear English, and yet we still managed to get a little lost on our way to the room.
So we were heading the right direction down below, just the wrong floor.
Yeah.
Right, John?
Ready?
You need lights.
Darkness. This is our dark room.
What? That way. Oh, bathroom. We have you in the mountains.
I don't care either way.
Mickey surfing. Get the car moved. I'll call it for
It was a pretty neat view off the balcony here too. This is nice. It's a little cloudy right now, but I'm sure we'll get some spectacular views of this mountain here. It's not, well, as Katie pointed out, it's not really a mountain, but yeah, wow.
As the sun rises on our first full Hawaiian day, I can be found suffering from one of my infamous migraines. But after a few home remedies and a nap, I'm ready to get out and see the resort. Aulani's Waikolohe Valley
is inspired by Oahu's Manoa Valley. The tall towers of the resort create the walls of the valley. The rockwork and structures are man-made materials, however, Hawaii's natural elements are used as finishing touches. Keep a sharp eye out, and one might even catch a glimpse of the secretive menehune hiding in the shadows and corners of the entire resort. In Hawaiian mythology, the menehune are people or dwarves who live deep in the forests and hidden valleys of the island. The menehune were superb craftspeople building temples, fish ponds, roads, canoes, and houses long before settlers arrived from Polynesia. If you're really passionate about tracking these little guys down, you should try out the high-tech Menehune Adventure Trail scavenger hunt. We talked about doing it the whole trip, and never did. But I digress. The valley is rich and lush with a broad canopy and flowering trees until it transitions into the palm trees, sunlight, and expansive ocean views of the beach. Disney was respectful of the spirit of the land, so when the site was excavated, the coral boulders were saved and placed along the beachfront walkway as places to sit and gather. As the landscape grows and the buildings mature, Aulani Resort will only become more beautiful.
Waiting for you.
Here we go. Ready? Let's see which one can make the biggest splash. So Vicky, yep, you know, come around, you come on in, right over here. And friends. Let's take your photo pass.
My card.
Rick is, as we speak, inside, watching the LPGA tournament that is going on just outside our balcony. Oh man. Too funny, too funny. As you may have guessed from the brief mention of Easter egg hunting at Disneyland, we visited over Easter weekend. And for Easter Sunday, we're enjoying breakfast at, I'm not gonna risk butchering the name, but regardless, the food was amazing. Good morning, it's Easter Sunday here on Oahu. I haven't figured out how to spell Oahu yet, it's probably not that hard. O-A-H-U probably. But I haven't sent Oahu in any of my messages back home. That's why, because I can't figure out how to spell the simple word. Cece's back. Sorry. Eating at the restaurant today, a special breakfast. We got characters, Goofy, Minnie, we just saw Mickey. It's a buffet style affair. So yeah, happy Easter from all of us here in Hawaii. And of course, what trip to a Disney resort wouldn't be complete without seeing rooms better than your own?
How's it going? Oh, we got everything on documentation here, huh?
Documentation.
We got document, right?
Yes.
Who's gonna believe you if you just said I went to Aulani? You see, Sam?
He's got so many documents, he'd never find it if you had to look for it.
You know, I'm the same way. I video everything and then I just put on my terabyte and don't even look at it anymore, you know? Archive it, right?
Joke's on you, Daniel. This is actually the second edit I've done with the footage of our Hawaii trip.
It's usually the guides that do that one. And I have actually someone
In there? Oh, that's fine.
There's someone in here. Did you want to walk through? And then I can show you everything.
Sure. Bailey and Animal Kingdom.
Ah, nice. So you know about this too? Great.
Waiting for the concert to start. And all of a sudden I looked over at her wrist and she actually had 2 of these. Couple at Disneyland.
Yeah, our
Okay, get back.
Yes, to your post.
Yes, my post. That's fine.
Thank you.
I want to live here, guys.
Wow, no kidding. What? Double room.
3-bedroom villa?
It has the bidet or the children's drinking fountain. There you go. And the other parts here have your jacuzzi. nice bathroom, guys.
Yeah.
Totally.
And the bun warmer. And the bun warmer. Yeah.
You see why I want to live in it? I hope I didn't rush you guys too much.
No, that's fine.
It was just a little sneak peek. I remember you from yesterday and Daniel.
She remembered her nails.
I remember, that's right, the nail. And today I just...
Alright, enough goofing around. Time to check out the main attraction of any great resort, the pools. The valley's crystalline waters, winding streams, interactive play features, and private snorkeling lagoon offer something to delight every age and interest. But we spent the vast majority of our pool time hopping between the 2 terraced whirlpool spas and Waikolohe Stream. In Hawaiian, Waikolohe means mischievous water, and the stream lives up to that moniker. Whether atop a tube or swimming freely, the gentle current becomes your guide, ushering visitors through Waikolohe Valley amid rock formations and natural details, inspired by Oahu herself. But if that's a little too slow-paced for you, there's always the volcanic vertical body slide or the twisting, turning, tubestone curled tube adventure to get your heart pounding.
Show us what we got for dinner tonight.
Pasta.
Pasta!
Veggies.
Veggies.
Salad over there.
Salad's over there. Already got the salad.
Blueberry cheesecakes in the fridge.
So all this food was cooked and then brought up to us here at the room. Katie and Cece, I believe, ordered it earlier today, and they asked us what time they wanted it. We wanted it here. And they bring all that straight up to you. We had all kind of options. What was the other one we were trying to decide between? Chicken. We decided on the pasta today. So hey, another fun dining option that we have here.
Aulani has no shortage of memory-making opportunities. One such experience is the Starlit Hui. It's a magical celebration of both contemporary and traditional Hawaiian life that evolves into a dance party.
Katie's got our mat for the Starlight Hui. Promises to be a good show.
Of course, the amazing entertainment on property isn't the only thing Oahu has to offer.
Everybody, this is my nephew Michael. Aloha, Ohana. Hey, I hope you're ready to dance my way. Uncle, I hope you don't mind, but I invited a few of our friends to join the party. Michael, you know everybody's welcome here. Where are they? Hey, pull them on. Our Disney friends, everyone! How's it going, Goofy? All right, next in. Oh, very nice, Minnie Mouse. And away.
After dancing the night away, we're up bright and early the next morning and headed inland to the Dole Plantation. Originally operating as a fruit stand in the 1950s, the Dole Plantation opened to the public in 1989 and has become one of Oahu's most popular attractions. Hawaii's Pineapple Experience welcomes more than 1 million visitors a year.
Well, we're on the move today, away from Aulani for a little while. Came out here to the middle of the island to visit the Dole Plantation. They make the Dole, pineapple Dole ice cream, Dole Whip. A little bit of a rainy, misty day today, but we're all in good spirits and out to have some fun. So we'll see what happens. food here at the Dole Plantation, man, they give you these giant servings. Katie ordered the teriyaki chicken and she got like, I mean, good night. I got the teriyaki chicken burger and Rick and Cece both got hamburgers, but man, they feed you here. Just about everywhere we've been on Hawaii feeds you pretty good.
Next, we visit the North Shore, an area known for massive waves attracting surfers from every corner of the globe.
Always something very magical about the beach. This is definitely a magical one that we found ourselves on now. Teal blue waters. It's Katie and Cece right there. Rick opted to stay in the Jeep again. But man, I mean, tropical paradise. If I've ever seen one.
We even went to check out Waimea Valley. Waimea is an area of cultural significance in Hawaii. The valley includes historic structures like stone terraces and walls constructed during the Hawaiian monarchy. It has also been a popular site for feature films and television shows to shoot over the years.
So we got here a list of some of the movies and TV shows that were filmed on location here. Ride the Wild Surf, Joe versus the Volcano. These were movies that were filmed on location here in the valley. George of the Jungle, You, Me, and Dupree, Flirting with 40. There were a lot there. Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was filmed on location. And the Chipmunks Chipwrecked. Hunger Games, Catching Fire. Journey to the Mysterious Island. Just a few more. $6 Million Man, Baywatch, The River, Lost, Hawaii Five-0, Janet Live in Hawaii, Ice Loves Coco, and Basketball Wives. So I think Catching Fire is the biggest one right now. Probably the most recent of all these two.
We never made it past the front gates though. Turns out my company wasn't as willing to pay to hike to see a waterfall as I was.
Well, we found this cool little tidal pool, I guess is what you would call it. Well, no, there's an inlet over there. So I guess it's not really just trapped here. But all these rocks and just a cool landscape that we have here. Katie and her mom over there playing in the water. Katie had a rough time getting down here with the mud. It's not very easily accessible from over where we parked. I'd really like trying to get over there. It looks like a cave of some sort. I don't know. I'm gonna go see if I can get that far. Well, from where Katie and Cece are over there, this was not a very easy trek. Over here, little cave-looking things there. Pretty neat. Little adventure. Let's see if I can get up a little higher. It's better. Oh, rain's kicking up again.
Our day out and about was a lot of fun, but as it turns out, it wasn't without its little surprises.
We're paused for a minute waiting to find Chip and Dale, so I'll tell you the story of what happened last night. Katie and I were getting into bed. Lights turned off, TV turned off, we laid our heads down, it got silent, and then Katie hears something and she says, "John, do you hear that?" And I'm like, "What?" She says, "Something's moving," and I thought to myself, "Psh, there's nothing moving in here." And then I listen for a second and I hear it too, and I'm like, "Oh crap, there is something moving in here." And we're laying there trying to figure out what it is, and all of a sudden Katie goes, "Oh, I know what it is." I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "I bet one of those shells we brought back from the North Shore still has a crab in it." And I'm like, "Oh, that could be fun." So we get up and look in the bag, and sure enough, there's a little crab crawling around in there. So we start trying to think, what should we do? We just put it in a cup with some water overnight, or, you know, set it out on the balcony, or what do we do? We finally decide that what we'll do is we'll take the little thing down to the beach. So in our pajamas, and in my boots, and in our sweaters, we walk down to the beach at 11 o'clock at night, past all the Aulani cast members that are pressure washing the, you know, the dang sidewalks and all this. There was like nobody out here. And we walked down to the beach, we set the little crab free, and came back up and went to sleep. It was a fun little, almost midnight adventure. In any Disney park you visit, you may find yourself seeking out Mickey, Minnie, and the gang who play host to you, their guests. But here in Hawaii, Mickey and friends are actually guests themselves, albeit famous guests willing to take pictures and sign autographs for their fellow guests.
I think that's the most I've ever done on
After
film
these
for you.
folks, we are the only ones out here.
I don't know what that was. Cut that part out.
Nope.
Oh, you want it back now? Okay. All right, here you go.
Always gonna be finished.
Love it.
Always.
Oh, I love it. Very good. Mommy, stop taking pictures.
Oh, I'm
what
sorry.
the heck?
I'm sorry.
What the heck? There are chip hugs going on and no one's taking any pictures. Actually, I'm taking about 30 pictures a second. But... Wow, wow, chip chip.
Okay, should we try this?
Dale, Shaka. Oh, they're gonna be all lovey over there. Look at them. Dale, it's all right. I still love you. You the man. You got Clarice, don't you? So yeah, don't even worry about it.
You a girl?
I get a
Chip, see, Chip had to steal my girl, but you got Claire. I didn't say anything. Hi, Chip.
Thank you. Thank you, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Oh, life ain't a ding-dong. If I could take you up and boom, boom, boosh, boom, boom, tell me I'm the only one that you know. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream. Ain't a ding-dong. Plans would come true. Ain't a ding-dong. Spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Ain't a ding-dong, a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Boom, ba-do, ba-do-ba-do-ba-do.
Yeah.
Ain't a ding-dong, a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Boom, ba-do, ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. Oh, life ain't a ding-dong. If I could take you up and boom, boom, boosh, boom, boom, tell me I'm the only one that you know. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream. Ain't a ding-dong, plans would come true. Ain't a ding-dong, spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Our Hawaiian adventure is coming to an end, but we've still a few things to experience, one of which is Pearl Harbor. Well, this morning we're at the Pearl Harbor historic sites. Kind of a long and arduous car ride getting here, but we made it. We're going to go see some history today.
The direction they came in,
Yeah.
they came in directly over the Aulani.
Pearl Harbor is a lagoon harbor home to a United States Navy deepwater naval base. The harbor was the unwitting stage to the now famous December 7, 1941 attack by the Empire of Japan, which ushered the U.S. into World War II.
If you want some heaven, just let me know.
Well, we made it out to Waikiki Beach. That's that's Diamond Head right there. We had at one point plans to try and climb it, but I don't think we're going to get around to that on this trip. It's okay, we'll be back and we'll do it eventually. is pretty. Your quintessential Hawaiian beach right here, Waikiki. Diamond Head back there. Well, regrettably, it's our last day here in Hawaii. Well, folks, after we went to Waikiki Beach, we came on back to Aulani here and had dinner at Ama Ama. It's a sunset dinner. Windows open right out to where you can see the sunset and watch it as you're eating. Sadly, I don't have much footage from that because I decided to have a tropical Mai Tai, and filming stuff suddenly was not the first thing on my brain. Right now, it is our last day here at Aulani. It's been a wonderful trip. We've made a lot of good memories. Let's look back. We started off at Disney California Adventure. We rode Radiator Springs Racers for the first time, and got to do all the Cars Land stuff. We went over to Disneyland. I got to ride the Matterhorn for the first time. We saw the giant dragon and Phantasmic, something that Katie and I missed on our honeymoon. Flew out here to Hawaii. We got to stay at Aulani Resort and had what seemed like days of endless relaxation. Went up to the Dole plant in the center of the island and on over to the North Shore, where we had a few adventures there. Got to snorkel in the Rainbow Reef and look at fish, and I even yesterday went out and snorkeled in the ocean. Didn't see too much, but yeah, that was pretty fun still. Pearl Harbor, the historic and powerful historic sites there. And then of course Honolulu and Waikiki Beach. It's been an amazing adventure, and I'm sure we're all very thrilled that it happened and a little sad to be leaving, but such is the way that these things work. Our flight is at 9 o'clock tonight, so we'll be flying overnight to California, where we have a 2-hour layover, and then it's back to Colorado. So nothing too fun there, but we still have the majority of the day here at Aulani today, and I think, Katie, I'm already in my swim shorts, everybody else is too. So we're all heading down to the pool. They've given us a hospitality room. We have to be out of this room by 11, but they give us a hospitality room in case, people have late flights or whatever. So we're gonna go down to the pool. I think Katie and I may do the Menehune Adventure Trail, or, searching out the little Menehunes that are hidden all over the resort. But yeah, all in all, that's it's been a wonderful trip, and we're all appreciative that we got to come. So join me next time when something else is going to happen. If you thought our Hawaii trip was fun, just wait. There's more Expedition Disney to come, as me, my wife, our 2-year-old son, and his grandmother and grandfather go on a Disney Dream Cruise to the Bahamas.